I have, well, these are the supplies for our card for today. So pardon me for having that stuff ready to go and on my desk. All right, so the class is coming up in July. I am doing a buy and try class that features the Jolly Holly stamp set. This will be available. Hi, Pat. Good to see you. This will be available July 1st for customers. It is available for a pre-order right now for demonstrators. And the dies are the most awesome part. And now why can't I find them? It is a hybrid embossing folder. So you get the embossing folder. Take a look at that. Here, let's use the paper I have here so you can take a look at the beautiful holly. But it also, like I said, is a hybrid embossing folder. And you would not even be able to know that I just cleaned up a whole bunch of stuff off my desk. Do we go through this every time we're together? Kind of. But here are the dies for the hybrid embossing folder. So if you put this in with the folder and crank it through with a piece of cardstock, you'll get some really cool results. But this is, hi Stacy, this is my next buy and try class. When you sign up for the class, you receive all of this product with the class. So go check it out. amyrich.stampinup.net. Go to the July calendar, read about all of these classes. So this is July's buy and try. So it's a little extra Christmas in July. I have the Christmas in July class and then that Christmas for the buy and try. Then I'm super stoked about the buy and try class in August. So let's talk about that really quick. The buy and try class in August is the Spooky Sweet collection that will be available in the new online exclusives. There in this sweet collection, you will find the DSP, which I've got here in front of you. So there are a lot of great pieces. We're going to do a bunch of projects at the buy and try class. So I'm just going to kind of fan out. Look at all these fun tags. That is so great. And then some cute little animals there. And then the back side is super versatile. And anyway, you'll get a pack of that with the buy and try class. You will also get the bundle, which is Spooky Halloween bundle. Look at the cuteness there. You will also get the star foam stickers. They're foam, so they squish down and get in an envelope really nicely. And check out this Petunia Pop ribbon. So fun. So you're getting a little sneak peek of product coming in July. This right here, when you sign up for the Spooky Sweet buy and try class, you get all of this. And of course, you'll get to keep whatever we don't use, as well as the bundle. So check that out. Sign up. I'd love to have you join me for those fun classes. I will be posting more August classes, but for now, take a look at July and then this is really driving me nuts here. The Spooky Sweet buy and try. I don't know what's going on. It's not sitting flat and it's making me crazy. Okay. So for today, yeah, what is happening? B flat there. Okay. So now we are going to, hi, Annie. Great to see you here. That ribbon. Okay, Tanya, that is so funny. She's talking about the Petunia Pop ribbon and it's so soft and easy to work with. I kid you not. This morning I was like, I have got to design a project on which I can just use that ribbon. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to use that ribbon. Yeah, that was me this morning. Okay, now for today's little project, we are going to work with the Sunshine Vibes bundle. For those of you who took Stampin' Into Summer half-day retreat on Saturday, I shared lots of samples with this bundle. And today I'm just going to share one of them as part of my project demonstration today. Now this is where I'm going to make my little announcement. So I wish I could do like a flashing. I'll do a flashing fingers. Here's my announcement. Starting next week, once a month, we're going to do what I'm calling What's Up Stampers Plus. And that will be a Wednesday afternoon, regular What's Up Stampers, but it's going to be an hour long, and we're going to do several projects. And you get to learn more about the product, and it'll be more like a class. We'll still do the What's Up part where we'll talk about what's happening, but it's going to be more like me sharing projects and products with you. So that will start next week, once a month. So we're going to do that once a month starting June 18th, right? Would that be right? So when I post the event, you will see that I will do, there's a little plus sign next to the What's Up Stampers. And that will be your clue that it's a What's Up Plus. And I will do like noon to 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock Central Time. And I'll put that in the event so that you're clued into what it is. So it'll be basically a class once a month, a free class that you can get, not just one card or one project, but several. Yay! What's Up Stampers Plus coming your way. All right. It is exciting. I feel like now that life is, well, you say it's settling down and then the joke's on you, but we're going to do our best to settle life down a little bit enough to do this. But it's not going to be like the third Wednesday of the month every month or anything like that. It's going to be based on my schedule. So make sure to check that out. Watch for the plus sign in the What's Up Stampers so that you can set aside an hour to join with me. It is fun, and I've called it a big announcement. I don't know if you feel it's a big announcement, but I do, because I'm doubling the time with you on a Wednesday. All right, so here's what's happening. I've got my rainbow dies. So here again are the dies. It's got several pieces that are rainbow. None of these cut out anything from the stamp set, which is a very unique feature of these dies. So you can get the dies without the stamp set if you prefer. But we've got this rainbow right here that we're using for our project. And I'm taking some Berry Burst ink and my wide water painter, which we do not sell anymore. The manufacturer stopped making them. So just so you know, you're not going to find them in our catalog. But I'm just going to take my wide brush and do just a quick little arch here on my rainbow die. Okay, so we've got Berry Burst there. That is the first color we're choosing. And I do want the water to flow. I hope I don't run out, actually, while I'm doing this project. I do want the water to flow quite a bit. Next color will be Timid Tiger. Timid Tiger, of course, is one of our new in colors, which brings me, hi Laura, to another reminder that if you would like to take advantage of my in color club, where you get one in color a month for 5 months, it's not going to be too late to do that. So feel free to reach out. I will show you how to sign up. But totally fun to be able to get all of the product for each in color on a budget. All right, so we're going over our rainbow with a little watercolor action. And I will need these colors again, so I shouldn't be putting them away. And the next up is Granny Apple Green. So we're just getting it inked, and I think I have Granny Apple Green in the, yeah. So I'm just going to use it right from there. So we're going to grab some Granny Apple Green next. And we're just following the curve of the arch. And I did this, I shared this project at Stampin' Into Summer, but I didn't make it. So I thought it might be kind of an interesting thing to show. Totally, there's no rhyme or reason. There is rhyme or reason to my arches, but I'm just freehanding it, is what I mean. Jessie, holla. Good to have you. And don't put that away because you need that. And then finally, Azure Afternoon. Azure Afternoon is a color that just does not fly off my shelf very often. But I'm excited to snag it for this card because I think it works really well. So we're going to go our final arch with the Azure Afternoon. And for those of you who are coming in late, my big announcement was that starting next week, once a month, I will be spending an hour for What's Up Stampers and showing several projects. You can come and watch me stamp for an hour rather than a half. But we'll still take care of business. As many of you know who have been following for a long time, What's Up Stampers is also businessy related in that I share my classes and Stampin' Up! News going on. And so we'll still do that. And we're going to try to get 3 or 4 projects in every time I do it, every month. Okay, so here we've got our rainbow. We're going to let that sit. I only did it on basic white cardstock. So it needs to dry just a little bit before we do anything else. So I'm going to bring in my other supplies. We've got a Timid Tiger card base here that measures 11 by 4 1/4. And then we have a couple other pieces that I want to talk about. So the white, we're just going to put on the inside. We're not going to worry about that, stamping that or anything here together. But we're going to add that there. And then snagging some of our DSP, I want to talk about this. So this is part of our In Color Club, of my In Color Club. So when you choose to join the In Color Club and you say, I want Timid Tiger first, well, what happens is then you'll get all of the products that come in Timid Tiger, including the sheets of Timid Tiger DSP that come in 6x6. So you get all the Timid Tiger DSP from your pack. You will also get a free set of 2025-27 In Color flat pearls. And the Timid Tiger cardstock, ink pad, Stampin' Right markers, Stampin' blends. You get it all. And what's cool is when you get one color at a time, you can kind of do it on a budget. It'll be easier to snag because you don't have to pay for all 5 colors, everything all at once. So let me know. I'm going to just leave that open and out there for you. And you will be able to see what's going on if you ask, and I'll direct you to the right place. All right, so we have the DSP, which I've layered here. And then we're going to take the ribbon, which actually I somehow, of course, Timid Tiger is the only color I don't have sitting here that I can see from where I'm sitting. So I'm improvising. Hold on. Hold that thought. You got to be able to improvise sometimes. All right. So I am taking it off another card. And then we're going to wrap that around here. Goofy, but it works. It works. So we're going to wrap this Timid Tiger ribbon. And if you haven't seen this in color ribbon, it's really nice. And it knots well. I don't know if I've tried tying it in a bow or not. Yes, I have. It does that well too. That water bottle tag that I posted yesterday or the day before, I think I did a bow on that one. So now that we've got our ribbon on there, by the magic of television, I'm going to add this to the front of my card. And then we're going to start working on, well, let's do our sentiment first. So I've cut our sentiment, my sentiment out of Stylish Shapes dies. And we're going to bring back our stamp set to choose what we want it to say. I always need a thanks, always. So we're going to do thanks. And I don't want to get all inky, so let's grab this. And we're going to grab our Timid Tiger ink pad. We're going to stamp our thanks in the middle of our die. But now I really wanted this card to be extra unique. So I'm grabbing my basic gray Stampin' Right marker. I'm going to go to the bullet tip, which is the old tip. It's not the new one, but it works. Oh, and I think I just goofed, but that's okay. I'll just do it every once in a while so that it doesn't look like I goofed. But I'm just following the piercings in the die and creating some dashes. I'm going to go all the way around just to decorate that. And I'm leaving a little bit of space so it looks like a sewing machine stitch, but now I've goofed a couple times. I haven't been very careful. So there. That's cute, right? Yeah, I think so too. I didn't even let you answer. Yep, I think it's super cute. Okay, so now we're bringing this back in and we're going to do some stamping on it. So back to the stamp set, I'm going to use some of the smaller stamps here. So I'm going to go with this little sunburst, starburst, whatever it is you want to call it. And I'm going to stamp it in the berry burst, same color. And we're just going to decorate that part of the rainbow. And then I do have to clean it because I have to use it in a different color. And then as long as I have this stamp out, we'll snag Granny Apple Green. And for those of you who are live, hopefully you'll be able to come and join me for an hour next week. I would love to have you. I'm excited about the new plan. Now it will be the trick to come up with an opportunity once a month to come for an hour. Because it's my schedule too, where it's like, ooh, do I have time to come for an hour? Yes, we will make the time. All right. Because one of the things I love most is being here, sharing with you. There may be times when I'm like, nope, I didn't have really a great opportunity to come up with all the samples myself. So maybe I'm borrowing samples from other demonstrators, who knows? Who knows what I'll come up with, but several projects each time we do a plus event. Yeah, super fun. Super fun. Now, nobody's been chatting for a while, so are you okay out there? Like, how are you doing? We don't get to chat much. and it's pretty quiet on your end. I always feel like when Carla Cooper's here, then things liven up. Who's taking over for Carla since she's working? Who's out there? I want to see you. All right, and then we're going to go back in with the Azure Afternoon, and we're going to work our way around the arch with those little dashes in the stamp set. All right, so it was a cute rainbow before, but holy smokes, it is coming together now. Really cute. And then one last little thing I want to do is go back with my Stampin' Write marker, my basic gray, and I'm just gonna mimic the lines in the sentiment just by making thanks, Karen. And maybe totally get it. I'm giving you grief, but you know, you're fine. You know, I'm just going to keep talking, just assuming someone out there is listening. I don't mean to give you grief. I really don't. It's more fun when you're responsive. So, all right. If I'm here an hour, you guys are going to have to correspond somehow. All right, so I'm just working my way around, doing the little dashes, not having a care in the world if they're straight or not. But it's just cute how it just kind of brings it together. All right, then let's get this card put together. We're going to add our dimensionals to the back. On the last card, yay, Tanya. And I've made, if I hadn't made you stop to respond to me, you'd be done already, right? Maybe. All right. So, typically we are here for a half hour. So, my time is almost up, right? But next week we are here for a whole hour. So watch for that coming your way. So we've got that on there, and now we're going to add our thanks. And I'm going to do a little trick here. The rainbow's already popped up, right? So I want my sentiment popped up as well. So note that I am stacking 2 dimensionals on top of each other there. And then I'm going to do a couple here next to each other. So you can see one end is a little bit higher. That is so that when we add it to the card, this pop-up and these 2 pop-ups next to each other make one pop-up, and then the 2 pop-ups raise it enough to sit up there with the other. So there we go. And then only one more thing. I thought it would be really interesting to use basic gray pearls here. So do you know that we have the basic gray and smoky slate pearls? If you go in the online store and look up all the embellishments, you'll see all of these great embellishments there. And these basic gray pearls are one of them. And they're just fun. And the reason I used basic gray is because that is what the stitching is on my card. So what do you think? Unique, right? In the description of the video, I said we're going to make a unique card. And that's, I feel, exactly what we did. Before I leave you, I am going to show you a couple samples from the catalog. So if you go to the Boho Vibes page in the catalog, and yeah, that's packed from yesterday's club, so I don't have a catalog next to me. But you'll see a card that looks like this in the catalog, similar at least. And you can see the different dies there that are done in all different colors, which makes, I think, this card super cute. And then another card made with just stamps, ink, and paper. So in this case, you get a card that uses just the stamp set and then some, I think it's Crushed Curry or Daffodil Delight, not sure which, Mossy Meadow, Cajun Craze, and Secret Sea ink. And you can see in the stamp set, there's no full circle. I just stamped 2 of these so that they butted up next to each other. If you look really close, you can see the seam there. But just fun cards. I'm loving this sweet collection. It is part of the buy one, get one 50% off sweet collection sale right now with Stampin' Up. So if you need some more details on that, please reach out because it is such a great deal. I have, I've actually now ordered 3 times. Once for my sweet collections, because then I could get half price off a sweet collection. Second time for my DSPs, so that all of my DSPs I could order and then get some at half price. And then also my embellishments order. So all the embellishments I want from sweet collections can be 1/2 price. So I milked it for all it was worth.